quickly developing story. As you said, there's three churches and three luxury hotels that have clearly been targeted in attacks that are confounding authorities in Sri Lanka and in India. Now, these are not minor attacks from pictures posted online, particularly by St. Sebastian's Church in Negombo, which is an hour outside the capital, Colombo. The pictures show blood on the pews, on the floor, and signal widespread destruction to life and property. Now, we hesitate to pin any numbers down right away, but here's what we know for sure. The Colombo National Hospital spoke to journalists a little while ago and said at least 80 people have been admitted with injuries. Another hospital in the region, the Batikola Hospital, also spoke to journalists and said they're treating 300 people with injuries. Sri Lankan and Indian media groups are reporting that over 40 people have been killed, but people at the foreign ministry in India and Sri Lanka are certain that toll will rise as the authorities start taking stock of the loss at each site in a methodical manner. All we know is that these churches were attacked right at the start of the Easter Mass around 8:45 a.m. Local time, and most of them were packed to capacity. And we're still trying to ascertain the kind of damage and impact on the luxury hotels. Now, one of the six blasts ripped through the restaurant of a popular hotel in Colombo called the Cinnamon Grand Hotel, which is very close to the Prime Minister's residence. At least one person's been reported to be killed in that attack, but we'll just have to wait for more information as authorities clear those streets. And the focus right now is on getting the injured to hospitals and getting them the help they need.
It can't be overlooked that this attack, the series of attacks, happened on Easter Sunday. How big is the Christian community in Sri Lanka, and have they been targeted before?
Right. So Christians are a religious minority in Sri Lanka, accounting for about 7% of the population. And while the country is no stranger to sectarian tensions, for many, this is the first time they can recall the Christian community being targeted in this manner. Now, the religious tensions, at least in recent decades, have emerged due to the strife between the majority Sinhalese and minority Tamil ethnic groups who were engaged in a long civil war until 2010. But even through that long and bloody war, Christianity was seen as a unifying force, as it included people from both the Sinhalese and Tamil ethnic groups. But with this series of attacks, it looks like Christians were clearly targeted, and like you said, possibly tourists. Sri Lankan agencies are working closely with their partners here in India and elsewhere in the world, but we're not getting any response on the question of who could be behind these attacks. For the moment, no group has come forward. But again, this is a quickly developing story, and we'll have to keep following it through the day.